Jake was pretty phenomenal. He could run 4.5 in the 40, legit. That's not just coach saying it. He could jump. He had a great vertical jump. He was strong. He could bench in the threes. He just had a motor that would not stop. And he was one of those old prototypical type linebackers that when he hit you, you didn't forget it. And he's a guy that you can leave the room and he's going to make sure everybody does what they're supposed to do.
On the field, he's a hard worker. He's always pushing everyone, making sure no one slacks off. Jake is one of the most fierce competitors I've played with, played against.
He was playing varsity football as a freshman, and we were very proud of him. He started out on special teams, and we didn't expect him to start or anything. But as the season was progressing, he wasn't gaining any weight, and he was drinking a lot of water. We couldn't figure out what the problem was, and after the last game, I took him to an outpatient care clinic and tested him for mono, strep, and everything, and all of a sudden they said, let's do one more test, and it was a blood sugar test. And when they came back with the results, his blood sugar count was 545, with 190 being normal, and they said you got to take him immediately to the emergency room.
I found out I had diabetes my freshman year of high school. Diabetes is when your pancreas cannot produce enough insulin for your carb intake, so therefore your blood sugar goes up or down and elevates too high or goes too low.
So he always has his kit on alongside the field. He usually takes a couple Gatorades and just kind of supplements throughout the game. That you always see him at the bench and kind of sits by himself, checks the sugar, and up he goes.
After I talked to everybody and they found out, I had to bring everyone in and tell them because they're all kind of freaked out too. But then they're all my brothers, so they just had my back with everything. And
when he found out, we were concerned he wasn't going to be able to play anymore. Because he works really, really, really hard. I mean, I know that he had to check his blood sugar all the time. I know we had a game this year, he had to come out. He was playing both ways, hadn't had a break, and he was exhausted. And I mean, we had to make him come out, but we could see that he was done. Seeing him deal with the being diabetic and possibly limiting him and some of the stuff he could do. I mean, he didn't let it. I mean, he found other ways around it to do what he had to do, and I think it just motivated his teammates to play harder.
He's kind of just accepted it and something he's got to live with the rest of his life. So he just makes the most out of the opportunity he's got, and he doesn't complain. I never hear him complain about it. He just kind of pushes through with it.
Since Jake's diagnosis to this day, I've never heard him say, why me? It's just amazing. I say it more than he has in regards to different challenges he's had to face. And he's a great kid to be around.
Diabetes has changed the outlook on my life. You just don't take anything for granted, really, because you never know when something could switch like that. With football, it's just, you got to respect the game, and it could be taken away from you. But there's people who play football with diabetes, and they figured out a way to do it, and it's hard, but it's not impossible. So that's how I look at it.